After being chosen for jury selection just this morning, jurors have already heard opening statements and witness testimony. Two of the first witnesses have already taken the stand, and we've also heard dramatic testimony on day one. And we're talking about the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial here. Fox 26 News at 5 earlier today, we spoke with Michelle Ross, who was outside the federal courthouse in New York City. Let's take a listen.
Anthony Rashi, the latest witness to take the stand today is a man named Daniel Phillips, and he was a male strip show manager. He would manage male strippers for things like bachelorette parties, and he said that he was paid to have sex with Cassie Ventura back in 2013 in a New York City hotel, while Sean Diddy Combs allegedly sat in a corner, watched, and masturbated. Now, his children arrived at the courthouse this morning exiting a black van. His sons and also his daughters, they were holding hands as they walked in. His family has heard graphic allegations of the alleged sexual encounters, and his daughters walked out during that testimony, which was salacious. Phillips, the second witness, said he was told by his boss that he was going to perform at a bachelorette party at the Gramercy Park Hotel. But when he arrived, he saw Cassie in red lingerie and a red wig. He testified that she said they would rub baby oil on each other and see where things would go from there, as her husband was also there. Combs was allegedly in a corner in a white robe, concealing his face with a bandana, but Phillips said he recognized Diddy's voice. He was paid a few $1,000s and he left. Phillips said this went on more times, meeting up at hotels or their homes, and Diddy would direct them while having sex. A supporter of the alleged victims, Jaguar Wright, spoke out before court this morning.
And we're just getting started. I do believe there's going to be a lot of curveballs. I do believe there's going to be a lot of interesting things. And what I will say is, be vigilant. We're getting started.
Is this a reckoning for the music industry?
Oh, it needs to be. And if it wasn't, I hope my presence starts that.
Phillips also testified that he witnessed Combs assault Cassie at home and that he also feared for his own life. The first witness to testify was the hotel security guard who responded to the incident of Combs assaulting Cassie at the hotel, which was caught on surveillance video. And he said Diddy threw a sack of money at him to keep quiet. Testimony does continue tomorrow morning. To get more in-depth analysis of this big trial, Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle spoke with TMZ's Branson Kirk. Let's take a listen.
How does this trial compare to other high-profile cases that you've covered in terms of the media interest and also when it comes to how colossal this is? I mean, you guys, the newsroom's been seeing this play out way before it became before there was a date assigned to this trial.
No, absolutely right. I mean, going all the way back, when you asked me that question, I'm thinking of the raids. It's been so long since those raids out here in Los Angeles, out here in Miami, that big spectacle that the federal investigators had made for the world to see. And just since then, we're seeing a domino effect of so many allegations coming out, several different lawsuits, several civil lawsuits that still have not played out just yet, with Tony Busby representing those. But now we are here. We are at the trial. It's been 1 week, a very long process of jury selection. Monday through Friday, they weren't even able to decide those 12 jurors. But as of this morning, they had 45 jurors in the pool. They narrowed those down very quickly. Immediately following that, in 8 a.m. sharp prosecution. The defense narrowed those down pretty quickly. And from what we were told, from what we saw in court today, from that selection process, those 45 jurors that were sitting inside of that pool were asked just how they would feel about seeing very graphic, explicit material, hearing stories about very graphic stories that have happened in the past, and everything from key witnesses on the stand that actually we saw today in court. And many of those people said that they would not listen to those explicit material stories and ended up getting dismissed pretty quickly. But pretty quickly, they narrowed those down to 12. As of right now, I was told 8 men and 4 women are on that jury.
And regardless of how difficult it probably was to get that jury selection down, how do you think that's going to impact the public perception of this trial as it plays out?
Well, public
All these
perception.
details. Yeah.
Right. Well, public perception going into this trial, I mean, in my opinion, just looking at everything, what we've seen online, public perception has pretty much decided Diddy's fate at this point. Pretty much everybody has said at this moment that they feel that Diddy is guilty, but his defense has consistently made this argument today. And this is what they hunkered down on today, especially, is we have to focus on exactly what Diddy is being charged for in court. He's facing racketeering charges. He's facing sex trafficking charges, a slew of very, very serious, sensitive charges here. But the defense kind of went against the prosecution, who came out swinging this morning, and they went against them, saying that you guys are talking about domestic violence here. They are saying that the nature of allegations that you guys are bringing up, yes, Diddy had a temper. Yes, Diddy was a very violent man at times in his relationships, but that is not what he is specifically being charged with, not domestic violence. We have to focus on what he's really being charged with, which is racketeering, the charges that I just mentioned. So they are really trying to hunker down that key point here and really making that clear to these 12 jurors.